Define a God-centered family vision. Without a clear family vision, every cultural wind will blow you off course. In our screen-filled world, families are constantly bombarded with competing messages about what's important and what's normal. Social media feeds endless comparisons, streaming platforms normalize questionable behaviors, and digital entertainment often contradicts the values we're trying to instill. Without clear direction, families make reactive decisions rather than intentional ones. The reality is stark. If you don't define what your family stands for, the culture will define it for you. Every notification, every trending topic, every algorithm is designed to capture attention and shape behavior. Tech companies spend billions studying how to make their platforms irresistible, employing teams of neuroscientists and behavioral psychologists to ensure maximum engagement. They understand something many parents miss. Repeated exposure shapes beliefs, and beliefs drive behavior. Your family needs to know what you stand for, especially when it comes to technology, entertainment, and relationships. These are the battlegrounds where our culture most directly challenges family values. When your child asks for unrestricted internet access, when they want the latest social media app, when they push back against screen time limits, these moments reveal whether you're operating from a clear vision or just winging it. Kids need to understand the why behind your family's choices. They need to hear you articulate not just the rules, but the reasoning rooted in love, wisdom, and biblical truth. When you say no to certain apps or content, they should understand it's because you're saying yes to something better: their character, their relationships, their walk with God. There must be clear tech-free zones in the home, and everyone must abide by them, including you. Everything you want to inculcate must start with you. Tech-free zones are sacred spaces where gadgets are not allowed. The dining table during meals, the family room during devotions, bedrooms after a certain hour, the car during short trips. These aren't arbitrary restrictions. They're intentional spaces for connection, conversation, and spiritual formation. Instead of using electronics during devotions, normalize using hard copy Bibles to avoid the temptation of scrolling through feeds except when absolutely necessary. Model the behavior you want to see. Your children are watching how you interact with technology more than they're listening to what you say about it. If you're constantly distracted by your phone, checking notifications during conversations, or scrolling while they're trying to talk to you, you're teaching them that digital engagement matters more than human connection. While you may control the usage in your home, remember that your children will eventually need to draw these lines themselves. The goal isn't lifelong parental control. It's developing internal conviction and self-discipline. This is why the vision must be shared, understood, and owned by the whole family, not just imposed by parents. Joshua understood this principle when he declared, "But as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord." Joshua 24 verse 15. He wasn't just making a personal statement. He was establishing a family vision that would guide every decision for his household and generations to come. In a culture filled with competing values and false gods, Joshua drew a clear line and said, "This is who we are. This is what we believe. This is how we will live." That same clarity is desperately needed in our homes today. Just as Joshua had to choose between the gods of the surrounding nations and the one true God, we must choose between the values of digital culture and the values of God's kingdom. We must be equally decisive and clear about where we stand. Creating a family vision isn't complicated, but it is intentional. It requires honest conversation, biblical foundation, and practical application. Sit down together and talk about what matters most to your family. Discuss what it means to honor God in your daily choices about screens, entertainment, and relationships. Ask hard questions. What kind of people do we want to become? How do we want to spend our time? What legacy do we want to leave? Write it down and make it clear. A vision that lives only in your head will die when life gets busy. Put it on paper, frame it if necessary, and refer to it regularly. Make it specific enough to guide real decisions, but flexible enough to grow with your family. Let it be a living document that shapes everything from your entertainment choices to your relationship patterns. In a world where every cultural wind tries to blow your family off course, a clear family vision becomes your anchor. It provides stability when peer pressure mounts, wisdom when decisions get difficult, and confidence when others question your choices. Share in the comments section one family vision you have established regarding the use of technology for others to learn.